Hello everyone and a warm welcome. I'm Jan Alexander and today we're talking about wellness made simple, about how small natural choices I can have a big impact on how you feel. If you ever find yourself flagging mid-afternoon, relying on that coffee to keep going, or the usual turning around at night, you're just not alone. Really, you're not. I meet so many people. So many of us push through exhaustion and the mild aches that we get. And really, you don't need to. Over the next little while, I'll share practical, proven ways to support your energy and mood, digestion, hormones, etc., with essential oils. So we also have supplements, but today probably I wouldn't get through the supplements, but the purity and the effect that these essential oils and supplements have are really, truly empowering people. So turn my screen. So a little bit about me. Oops, hold on. Right, yes, a little bit about myself. My life has taken a couple of interesting turns. I was a professional dancer to start with my life, and I went to university in my 40s. But also, I've worked in so many of these top FTSE 100 companies in the boardroom level. And later, I did do property, service accommodation across London and Oxford. But what's constant throughout all of that has been my fascination with people, how we can live, work, cope, and thrive, to be honest. So a couple of years ago, I came across essential oils. I really didn't know much about them, but since then, I mean, you could say I'm the genuine person because right from the beginning, I've learned so much now about how essential oils can help us naturally as opposed to the over-the-counter medication. We don't really need to see the doctor with the quality of our oils, but of course that's everyone's choice. The transformation has been remarkable. You know, for me, I just sleep better, handle stress, do all those normal things, and I don't have that slump in the afternoon. Um, so, so here we go. We start off by talking about the company doTERRA, which is a Latin word for gifts of the earth. It begins with sorry. It's now the world's leading company distributing, sourcing, and testing with over 12 million customers in with 130 countries, would you believe? They partner directly with. This is fiddling around, isn't it? Sorry. They partner around with directly with farmers from lavender fields in Provence to frankincense groves in Somalia. For frankincense, essential oil, it's bled from a tree and sifted out, which takes a couple of weeks, and then goes into our science labs. And all the impurities are sifted out before it even touches a bottle. Each batch is tested more than 50 times. I will talk about a little bit about how we prove the purity, because we are in essential oils business. It's unregulated. Think about everyday struggles we all have. You know, as I was saying, the restless sleep, the digestion issues, would you believe? So many people are on omeprazole, for example. In fact, 90% of the UK, and they don't need to be, because I'll show you one of the essential oils that you can use as an alternative. Now, these aren't random, you know, they're signals that the body wants support. Essential oils can provide that support in powerful ways, energizing you when you're drained and calming you when you're tense. For example, a drop of peppermint oil under the nose can revive focus instantly. And lavender, we have lavender, but we also have other sleep oils, which can really slow a mind that you are racing with. Or lemon oil in your water helps to detoxify. We all do that in our community, global community, every day in the morning. We put it into our drink. So why does purity matter? Well, here's the truth that surprises most people. More than 80% of essential oils sold worldwide are adulterated. They're often mixed with cheap synthetic or diluted to cut costs, and yet they're labeled pure. So if you do see doTERRA essential oils on Amazon, don't touch them, because they have been split into different bottles and filled up with synthetic. It is worrying, especially when you're using them on your skin or around the children. You need purity because it avoids allergies. doTERRA take the opposite approach, that each oil is certified pure, tested grade, meaning nothing added, nothing taken away. You can trace every bottle back to its source farm. I'll show you how in a second. So purity isn't just a nice label, it's what makes the oils safe and effective. It's very much the difference between a pleasant scent and genuine therapeutic benefit. When you use a pure oil, your body recognizes it as nature intended. So this is where it gets a bit fascinating. Essential oils are made up of tiny aromatic compounds that can pass through cell membranes. It sounds technical, but it's really not. When you inhale an oil, molecules travel through the olfactory nerve directly to the limbic region of your brain, the area controlling emotions and memory. That's why scent can instantly change your mood. Within 20 seconds, the aroma has reached your brain. Within 2 minutes, it's circulating in your bloodstream. And within 20 minutes, it's interacting with every cell. Science backs this up, do you know? So research has shown that 80%, as I said, are adulterated. But this is a website here called sourcetoyou.com, and with every one of our bottles, on the bottom of the bottle, there is this code, which is an individual code for every single bottle. So you would put that in, that you would enter the code into the sourcetoyou.com website, and it gives you a full report of where your essential oil was grown, what tree, what bark, what leaf. It just gives you that reassurance that we are as pure as you need it to be. So we're not just about in-house testing. We have external laboratories. They run the same analysis to verify doTERRA's results. So this really does ensure that the oils are exactly as nature created, that is, pure, potent, and safe. All our oils are safe. You can even see one yourself if you're interested in finding out. I can help you understand this all in a deeper way. That this is what you would see. You would enter your quality ID from the bottle of the bottle, and then you would come up with a report. So what we're going to do now is just talk about a couple of the essential oils that really make up what we would call our medicine cabinet. Let's start with lemon, one of the most versatile and uplifting oils you can own. Physically, it supports digestion, helps cleanse the body, boosts the immune system, and it's perfect for that morning detox drink. It's really quite energizing and brilliant for focus and mental clarity. The slides aren't behaving, sorry. So Melaleuca is really tea tree. This is a tube purifier. We use this on the skin. I mean, you wouldn't believe if you have a skin issue, how it can really cleanse on every level. You can also clean with tea tree too. So here is peppermint. Now, you wouldn't believe, but the funny thing about peppermint is it's really versatile. It even keeps spiders away, ants. You take a cotton wool onto your windowsills or create a spray, and they just run away. It's quite amazing what peppermint does. And a single drop of doTERRA peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So that gives you an idea how pure and potent these oils are. So you can rub peppermint oil onto the temples, on the back of your neck. It's wonderful for neck tension or a headache, not migraine. We have other oils for migraine, but head tension. And you wouldn't need to use paracetamol or anything like this. You can use peppermint instead. It naturally freshens your breath. You would take one drop even internally in a glass of water, and it also can help you with stomach upset or mild indigestion. This is not the oil I was talking about that would be an alternative to omeprazole, but it does have that ability to help with a stomach upset. So we source peppermint actually in the USA and India, where growing conditions are ideal for maximum potency. And that's according to all of the oils. They're all grown around the world according to climate. So it pairs beautifully with lemon, lavender, and frankincense. So when you experience peppermint, you immediately understand what we mean by nature in its purest. So here we have the warrior and the king. This is really interesting. I quite like putting names to them, but they really are very strong essential oils. Oregano is a natural oregano is a natural antibiotic. It's one of the most potent and protective oils you can own. Physically, it offers strong immune support. It's powerfully antimicrobial, that's a difficult word, and also aids digestion. Now, you wouldn't swallow oregano, it's too strong. You wouldn't even put a drop in your cooking. It's much too strong. It's 70 times more powerful than the herb you cook with. But when you do have a cold coming on, a sore throat, or anything like that, we do use oregano. Every time you get any start of any kind of flu symptoms, we have a protocol that includes oregano that really you just take when you need throughout the day, rather than the normal that you might get over the counter. Frankincense, then, of course, it is the king of oils. It supports cellular health, reduces inflammation, and it really promotes that skin rejuvenation. It's just brilliant for immunity and overall vitality. It promotes peace, enhances meditation. You can apply it to the pulse points, mix it with your moisturizer, which loads of people do, or diffuse it during prayer, yoga, or meditation. There is lots more to talk about with all of these oils, but these are the everyday kind of approach to them. So the perfect balance of protection and renewal, strength when you need it, calm when you crave it. So the next oils we have here is the Deep Blue and the Zengest. Now, this is the Zengest, which I was talking about as an alternative to omeprazole. It is a blend, and it's a mix of ginger, peppermint, fennel, anise, caraway, coriander, and tarragon, all known for the ability to settle the stomach. It eases discomfort after meals, supports regular digestion and that bloatiness that you always feel. And all you have to do is use a couple of drops on your stomach. Perhaps dilute it if you prefer to start with, but personally I haven't needed to, but everyone's different. You can even take a drop in water, because internally, if you're able to take essential oils internally, that gets really to the spot. Now, while I'm talking internal, we don't use all of our essential oils internally. We have plenty of resources and education to allow you to know which ones you would take. But Zen Jess, definitely you can take internally. So Deep Blue also is a wonderful blend for migraine. You wouldn't take Deep Blue though if you were on blood thinners. That would be something that is probably you could use something else. Deep Blue we have in many different products. We have not only the Deep Blue oil, but we have even a cream. If you're suffering when you go running or you've got stiff knees or whatever, you can really rub this onto the problem as much as you like, whenever you like, and it really supports your aches and pains. I mean, sometimes we see so many people in pain that they are blessedly relieved by using Deep Blue. So air, also, people have real problems these days with breathing. You wouldn't believe that if you are breathing in something that you're using at home, maybe you've sworn by it, but the point is, the problem is that you need purity. When you are breathing something in, oops, they're misbehaving, you need to breathe in the air. You can diffuse it as well at night, all night if you wanted, or take it into the palm of your hands and just breathe it in. I'll come back to this. So lavender is definitely wanting to be talked about. So let's talk about a favourite that most people recognise straight away. It's wonderful for skin irritation. So if you have an attack of gnats or anything in the summer, or any itch at all, or a sore, or if you have a burn, you would rush to the tap to put on the cold water. Well, with lavender, you don't need to do that. You just use this lavender oil and instantly it takes that irritation away. Lavender, of course, can be used in so many different ways, and many do use it for sleep. And one of the ways you best to use an essential oil for this is on the soles of your feet, because it's like a sponge and the oil gets into your system very quickly. Now, if you were going to use a pillow, for instance, that's okay, but it's not as effective. So soles of your feet at night. I remember the first time using this and I couldn't believe it. I woke up in the morning, not during the night. It was just wonderful. But we do have other sleep oils as well, because some people don't always like the smell of lavender. Let's just go back to see if I can get the On Guard, because it's one oil that we shouldn't miss. On Guard is used for cleaning. We have classes. All our resources are free when people become customers, but we have classes talking about how to clean your home, because the toxins that we use in the home is affecting your health. It's so important these days to know how to protect yourself. So this here, now you might notice that, you know, sometimes the cost of essential oils, especially doTERRA, is not maybe as cheap as you might buy in the high street. Well, that's because if you see frankincense for a tenner, it's got synthetic in it because it's not that cost. So we costed out a bottle actually, and for one normal 15ml bottle, there's 280 drops, and that can last you maybe a month or more, and you just wouldn't waste a drop. It really is a value for money if you think of it that way. And also, if you're protecting your health and you're trying to be proactive, then, you know, what happens if you get sick? Time off work, you've got lost family time, whatever, loss of income even. But if you're proactive using essential oils every day, you're not going to get as sick as you normally would do. Now, this is kind of the approach is to your medicine cabinet. These oils are your medicine cabinet. You can really come to trust them. And we have plenty of different ways of putting them together. We call them protocol, to enhance the strength and the benefit depending on the ailment. It's fascinating, really. It's never ending how you can support your family, the children, your pets as well. You know, lavender on the spine. It's wonderful to calm them down. But we're not talking about pets today. It's such a wide subject, but these oils really support everyone. So often, you know, this is just an example to give you that if you were buying all of the oils that I've just talked to you about, you would purchase as a kit, because a kit is really far cheaper than to buy it individually. Now, sometimes people do prefer individuals, and that's fine. There are other ways. But to get it into your home and to start trusting your health and looking after your health before you get ill is what we're trying to promote. So just here as an example, that if you, for instance, were feeling unwell, we're all at this time of the year when people are feeling sick, the children are going to school. I didn't mention that. You will put On Guard on the bottom of their feet, and we're finding that not so many germs and flu are coming back because they've got the oils on their feet. So we can combine these oils here that I've talked to you about in one roller ball, and you can carry that around with you and use as often as you want while you're feeling unwell. You keep it in your handbag. You don't really have to think about it 3 times a day. It's whenever you feel you will need to do it. So here we are. This is just a picture, really, to give you that flavour of how much we are a community. That once you become and join and use essential oils, like me, I was brand new to it over 5 years ago, and I can't believe how much I've learned and how much I've supported my own health. I mean, no guesses for how old I am, but really, I cope with those 20-year-olds. I do. It's just probably an example in some way, could be. So how will this change your lives? Well, no more last minute dashes to the pharmacy. No more feeling helpless when someone's unwell. You'll have this in your cabinet. You can feel confident, truly capable and in control. And if you didn't want to or weren't sure how to use them, you always have people instantly who would give you answers. You've got the tools that work. You see your children healthier, sleeping better, handling school life with more balance. We have many people with menopause, bad back, fibromyalgia, or any serious illness can be supported by essential oils and our supplements. So take your health into your own hands, maybe. It will change everything. And thank you for listening. Here's to a future where health, energy, and joy are truly in your hands.
Oh, thank you, Jan. Jan?
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. I've actually have used doTERRA. We did get a couple of comments, but they were literally just amazing and wow, those sorts of things on Facebook. So that's good. So we have got people listening in today. So can you tell me what your favourite oil is, please?
Yes. Out of the one I use the most is lemon and lavender, but really I have to say frankincense, because it covers such a wide area. And also when you use frankincense, every time you use an oil, it actually enhances the benefit of the other oil that you're using. But do you know, you can change your favorite. You know, we do have a blend called Adaptive. Now, I'm not sure I've got it here, but it's actually a blend which calms you instantly. It's got several essential oils in. And so if you're going for an exam, if you're catching or doing something that makes you nervous, you'd use adaptive. You could use frankincense at the same time, and these products are in rollerballs too. So it makes it really convenient for people to carry them around.
Yeah, so I mean, I just had this image when I was first told about it. I'd have all these little bottles in my handbag, and it's like it weighs so much, and my handbag already, just my laptop sometimes is heavy enough. So you just carry one bottle with you?
No, no, you have a little case, and it would be kind of you can even sift it out into a carrying kind of case in a sample bottle or something. This is what we do when we're traveling, because I can't be done with not having Zengest for indigestion or the deep blue for any pain, because it's not always about me. I've met people on trains and said, and I can hear them talking. I say, I can give you this a sample. Would you like one? Honestly, that's. I mean, I'm not talking on the commute, but
Oh.
when I travel up in the country and stuff, it's amazing what people you sit on the table and what they talk about, and then I produce a sample with my business card. That's how it works.
Well, I like the idea of the one that stops the tummy, because my son has terrible problems. He had to have his gallbladder out, and I think a lot of people are having gall. I've had my gallbladder out. My eldest daughter has had hers out, and we all struggle with different foods that we eat.
Yeah.
So the one that spoke about the digestion really appeals to me, because all of my family seem to have problems with that.
Yes, yes. I mean, the thing is about essential oils as well, and the supplements, is about growing your trust with using them. Know that they work for you. I'm not a person that says this is it. I like to give people the chance to talk, to let me know what it is, because it could be aggravated by something else even, and then uh, we would agree with. Maybe even essential oils or a supplement for something else that's also aggravating. So it's not a black and white scenario here. It's not here you are. It's kind of you get to know in depth for yourself that what you're using is good.
The other thing that you said about is, you said that we can use it on children. Well, I've just got a new granddaughter. So what age of children can that start from?
Babies.
Babies.
Yes, it can. Dilution is important, and we have a class for that as well. But if somebody wants a baby who's got reflux, for instance, then we would be very gentle with the approach of that. It's not, and we're very appropriate. We show the person or the mother exactly what it is that they could use to help, and also, of course, the sleep. Lavender is beautiful for a baby, but diluted.
So would you dilute it and then rub it on their feet?
Yes, on the soles of their feet. Yes. Yeah, always. That's a really good place.
I mean, because I thought that if you were putting it on their feet, you wouldn't need to dilute it.
Oh, you do, because the oil itself needs to be diluted for a child. We do have the kids kit as well, which comes in a rollerball with lovely bright colours, already diluted. You
Yeah,
know,
I think I feel better doing that rather than diluting it myself, because I wouldn't know if I was doing too much or too little, or.
Yes, but nobody's on their own. And when they talk to me, then I tell them exactly how it is. I mean, I'm dealing or in touch with somebody at the moment whose little one, 5 years old, has got undiagnosed autism or ADHD, and has a lot of meltdowns and really can't relax. So over the last month, I've been giving samples, and we've progressed now that she's really encouraged by the way her child is reacting. I mean, for a mother, can you not imagine how wonderful it is to see
Mm.
a solution?
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had 3 children and, I never knew about doTERRA back then, so but it's
No,
been going for quite a long time, hasn't it?
2008. Yes, it is. But now they're up to a 3 billion company worldwide. I mean,
Wow.
it's absolutely exploded.
Mm.
Although in Europe we are developing hugely and very quickly, but we're not as prevalent as maybe other um, countries, but we are coming up fast because I think the not being able to see the GP, being in pain or feeling bad, and having something on hand like an alternative is proving to be a good time to be looking natural.
Yeah, I can imagine that, and lots of people are wanting to be natural now, aren't they?
They
And
are.
they are actually willing to you did mention price, but I think people are actually willing to pay the price because if you've got to go and see a private dentist, a private doctor, that's expensive anyway, isn't it? So you want to cut down on that, really.
It's worth it to really think quality because it won't be effective. It's not quality. I mean, it's all very well me saying that too, but we have come across many people who have gone to the high street, and but I'm not really sure what the effect they would have, but why are they looking elsewhere? That's the way we look at it. Because purity is everything.
Mm.
We need to pay for our health in a way that we know is going to work, because otherwise, do you want to be 65 or whatever and not feeling well? You have to look at it as early as possible.
And also, I'm just going to turn your thing off. Also, would you say that your your career, you started off as a dancer. I mean, obviously, there's nothing around like that then. So, your career, would you say it's all sort of led you to where you are now? You had some high level jobs. Were they in well-being?
No, no, certainly not. I actually believe that the path is walked as you get older, and maybe a personal experience actually diverts you to where you'll end up. And as you get older, you really care about others so much. It's not that you don't when you're younger, but when you've been through all of what you've been through, and it's kind of privileged to be able to be in a position to help others.
Mm.
So, I love doing it for that reason. And you get so much joy from seeing people so happy that they're trying something that works.
Yes, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I mean, I find that I would say I'm a connector, and I find that with people when they come up and say, "Oh, this has happened because you introduced me to this person." I'm like, "Oh, wow," which is really good. But I know you're a connector as well. I think it comes to some people naturally to be like that, doesn't it?
I think so. I think because you feel it in your heart, and you want to make a difference. I can't really put it into words terribly. You just know that you want to help. And it has its way of bounding back, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, it does. Yeah, somewhere along the line. Thank you so much, Jan. Is there anything else you want to add? I mean, obviously people can find you through us. Um,
Yes, so I have my website, so that's Scented Sky London, where you can see all the products. But then I would help you. You can have a look if you wanted, and maybe some of you are interested in the supplements because they too are pure. And we combine the supplements with the essential oils as well. I couldn't possibly do a 60-minute with that subject as well. But when people are customers, we invite them to um, classes, so they can learn more and understand more.
And I think, to be honest with you, just even with the oils, the amount that you've got there and the different things. I mean, if you've got a medicine cabinet and you don't know what each of the things in that medicine cabinet does, then they're not a lot of good to you, are they? So you
No,
do need to understand what they can help you with.
yeah, certainly. This is our culture is not about buying, putting it in a bag, and off you go. It isn't like that. You always have myself, or you have something else which will really prompt you to join and find out.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just a wonderful culture, really, and it's so healthy to be part. That's a bit of a pun. Healthy to be part of it.
And you do Facebook Lives on a regular basis, don't you, to help people?
Do you know Facebook Lives is not my favourite?
Okay.
LinkedIn is. I'm actually changing the way that we're doing things because keeping up with how do we reach quality people who really really want what we're offering, and so the automated world is coming into play now about how we are network marketing, but really people who know that word maybe have never liked it, but actually it's changing. But most important, it doesn't matter about who it is, it's what you're getting for what you can see. What I've described, the product. You would not see us in a high street. We all people who order from us go straight to their home from the manufacturer,
That's
because
fantastic.
we would not want contamination of the products.
No, and the thing is, once they start selling in shops, they're not going to get the service, are they, that you provide?
No, no. There have been a few people who would really are interested in that subject and want to start a shop, but it's not really the culture for doTERRA. Because if I saw one in a shop, a bottle, I wouldn't buy it because I would wonder, you know, it needs to go straight from the manufacturer, because that is the way that we know that it's working, it is the true thing,
And it's pure.
and it's pure and it's potent. Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you for your time and for doing the Business Academy. As we said, we are going to be putting it into the wellbeing sector, because we're going to be doing that later on. So I'll speak to my web developer, and thank you so much. I'll see you in Dartford next week.
Yes. Okay.
Take care.
Thank you,
Thanks very
Linda.
much, Jan. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.